All praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believers in Islam and has made it an obligation to remain united and has made it forbidden to become separated in his clear book. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, who guides to the straight path whom he wills. And I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is his messenger and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were educated, so that they became victorious leaders. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself, to first have the proper regard for Allah and thereafter be obedient to him. Dear believers, I greet you with the universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. We are still looking at the Rabbis, and the Rabbis are statements or requests that are made in the Quran that begin with, "Oh my Lord." And so today's Rabbi, it says, "Oh my Lord, grant me respite until the day of resurrection." Oh my Lord, grant me respite, give me time until the day of resurrection. And when we hear this Rabbi, we have to think on what is the condition, what is the situation of the one who is making this request. This one who is asking the Creator to please give me time until the day of resurrection. And we know that the day of resurrection is the day that all records shall be read, when everyone shall be rewarded or given what it is that they earned. And so the individual making this request is asking the Creator, is asking Allah to please hold off whatever it is that you have for me until the day of resurrection. So this person is pleading their case. This person is desperate. This one does not want to take on whatever it is that it feels that it has coming to it. So it is asking the Creator to please hold off and wait until the dead are raised and they come back on that appointed day. And so the very next verse, Allah informs this one who is mournful, this one who is sad, the one who was maybe cut off in conversation. He says, "I shall grant you respite until the appointed time." So here is a conversation between one who is desperate, one who is in despair, one who is mournful, one who is expecting something to happen to them. But the merciful Creator says that I shall give you respite. I shall give you the thing that you asked for. And this thing may even be warranted. But he says that I shall wait. And so there is a term in Arabic that describes a person of desperate character, one who is in despair, one who is mournful, and that word is balasa. Balasa. And another way that it is pronounced or written is albasa. But al-blasa. But this is the word that means one of desperate character, one who was cut off in an argument. And it is a root word. It is a root word, and a word that is derived from that is Iblis. So this is the Rabbi of Iblis. He was desperate. And we know the story. It says that Allah fashioned Adam out of mud. And he taught him the names of all things. And after he did that, he had the angels. He had him tell the angels the names of these things. Adam was telling the angels the names of the things that Allah taught him. And after that concluded, Allah commanded that everyone in the vicinity to bow down to Adam. But Iblis did not. And Allah asked him, what is the matter with you that you do not bow when I tell you to bow? And so here is this thing, and we go back to Surah Baqarah, and it says that I am better from him. You made me from fire, from smokeless fire, and he's made from mud. This was this idea that I am better than this thing that you made, and you want me to bow down to it? And this is when Allah told Iblis, he said, get you down from here. Get out of here. And so now this is where that idea of desperation comes in. Iblis held this place where he thought he was somebody. He thought he was special. He thought he was something. And the Creator put him out for something that he thought was lesser than him. And he didn't know what his outcome would be. He didn't know what its fate would be, because now he was no longer in the good graces or in the space there with the angels. And so now he becomes desperate. He becomes desperate, and he says, oh, my Lord, grant me respite until the day of resurrection. Do not do whatever it is that you're going to do to me until the day of resurrection. So he was very desperate in character, just trying to save himself just a little bit longer. And we talked about Allah being the most merciful, giving his mercy even to those who do wrong. And he told Iblis, he said, I shall grant you respite for an appointed term. Aqulu qala astaghfirullah li wa lakum walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama salata ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Now, very often when we discuss Iblis, the word shaitan is also used interchangeably. And shaitan comes from the root word, which is shatana. And shatana means to be far away. To be far away. But Iblis, and sometimes it says that shatana or shaitan is used for anything that is far away. But in context, when we think of Iblis and his mindset and his decision to not bow down to what the Creator told him to bow down to, he became far away from what the Creator wanted. His mindset was far away from the mindset that was one that would bow to what the Creator says to bow to. And so now we take this idea of Iblis or Shaitan not as this red devil with horns and a pitchfork, whatever the image is of the devil that you have in your mind. That the devil made me do it. This idea of someone is acting like a devil. They may not act like a devil, but they may have a shaitan nature, or not an inherent nature, but a disposition, one that is far away from what the Creator wants from them. Their behavior is far away from maybe what it looks like to be a believer, what it looks like to be a good person, one who gives charity, one who makes prayer. They are so far away. And the difference, or that space from being desperate, still looking at the Creator as one who has control over their outcome, who has power to do what he wills with them. The space between that and the one who is far away, sometimes being far away may just be for a moment. Sometimes being far away from this idea may last for many years. But in that time period that shaitan disposition exists, there is no longer a concern. There is no longer a regard for the one who created you. It becomes internal. It becomes a selfish pursuit. It becomes a thing of your own identity, your ego, that I am better from him. I'm better than this person. I've got this rank. They're just a private. I'm up here. I stand in front of crowds and I talk to people. I've got millions of followers on the internet. I am better from him, but it takes that ego takes you so far away from the one who is supposed to turn and bow down to the Creator and do so much for others, or just to heed the word of the Creator when he says to bow, when he says to walk humbly, when he says to consider, to reflect, when he says to help the poor, help the needy, when he says to not be harsh-hearted because they may break away from you. All of these things that we find within the Quran that Allah tells us to do or to be. When we are not those things, we have a shaitan disposition. But unlike Iblis, we still have the opportunity to turn to our Creator and ask for forgiveness. We still have the possibility of receiving Allah's mercy, not just in this life, but also in the next. So it was Iblis who was desperate of character because he knows what is going to be the end for him. And so he asked Allah. He said, "Oh my Lord, give me respite until the day of judgment." He only asked for respite until the day of judgment. We spoke of a Rabbana before that said that you're supposed to ask, "Oh, our Lord, give me good in this life and good in the next." Meaning, don't just let me live and be happy or be okay or be satisfied in this life. But when the day of judgment comes, I get all the bad that I have earned. I ask for this life and the next. Shaitan, Iblis, he only asked for respite until the day of judgment. And the Creator said, "I'm going to give you just that. I'm going to give you respite until that day." So let us not be of those who are far away from what our Creator intends for us. And let us also not be those who only ask Allah for the good things in this life, or to withhold his punishment from us in this life. But we should also ask him to withhold it from us in the next. So we ask that our Creator is merciful to us, just as he was merciful to Iblis, but not just in this life, but also in the next. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك السميع العليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له بذلك أمرت وأنا من المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.